Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and we're going to start part 3 of our Sleeping Gods journey. Hopefully you've watched the first two. If you haven't, this will make absolutely no sense. Let's go ahead and start off because we've just depleted our event deck the first time. Let's go to read story 1. A ripple of foam builds to starboard. Just below the waves you see the head of a monstrous lizard. Mac grabs the gunwale, peering at the acrid foam with a barely masked dread. He found us already? The beast heaves its giant body against the hull, throwing Mac to the deck. Lawrence spins the helm hard to port, and the manticore lets out a metallic moan as it leans away. In front of you, a scaly tail the size of your quarterdeck slaps at the water, like an impatient cat. He's playing with us, Mac snarls. What is that? Lauren asks. An ancient beast called the Hectricon. Hates the gods and anyone trying to wake them. He'll sink us if he can. We now get to have some fun combat. Don't forget, our captain has her ability, so we're going to gain 2 more command tokens, giving us 2, 4, 6, 7 total to play with. We only have to fight 1 card, though. If you look here, it's only 46. Well, still is going to be a bit brutal if you look at this. Attacks for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, by the way. Yeah, so this is going to be fun. But at least I knew about it ahead of time. The first one I think I'm going to start off with is Laurent here. Laurent has a +0, only hits for 2. But remember, I have 2 of these skill cards that he's going to have to discard at the end of this. This is the nice advantage that we have of playing this one time. I know that we're going to have to discard all of these skill cards at the end, not our level cards, but our skill cards. So I'm planning on discarding both of those to be able to do 4 points of damage. And we have some defense with our club. So we're going to try and club this lizard. The only thing is we're at a +0, but I've got lots of ways to mitigate that. So let's go ahead and draw our first card, and that's a 1. Okay, well, with a 1, we know what we're going to do. We have Kasumi here, who can allow us to redraw. You can see that right on her. So I'm going to use a skill token, or I should say a command token to do that. And we have a 5. 5, we need a 6. Beautiful. I can spend 2 command tokens to add +1 to his accuracy. That gives us a total of 6. We're going to deal that 2 damage. Discard both of these. We'll keep that. Discard both of these, and we're going to deal 4 points of damage to that Hectricon. So what we can do is hit this for 1, hit this for 3, and hit this one for 4. That way, when this Hectricon attacks us back, it's only hitting us for 5 damage instead of for 10. Laurent has 2 block, so I'll only take 3 damage. I'll take that. Not to mention, he has his synergy token. I'm going to go ahead and give that to Kasumi, I think. Speaking of Kasumi, she can hit with 3 damage. That will be 4. So let's go ahead and flip for her. She needs a 4 or higher to succeed. That's a 4. That's beautiful. That's a total of 6. She will then deal her 3 +1, 4 points of damage on the Hectricon. Of course, I need to remember to place this here to say that I've used her. 4 damage. We'll do 3 here and 1 here. We just need to deal him another 4 points of damage. However, he's going to hit Kasumi back for 5. She has no block, so she will be exhausted. We also did cover one of the synergy spots, so we're going to give our token here to Audrey. Let's have Audrey use Death's Bell to take this guy out. Audrey can use the Death's Bell for a 5. She's guaranteed to hit. We can at least draw a 1, and we drew a 2, so that's 7. That's more than enough to hit. That's hitting for 2. We'll discard this for 3 points of damage, and then we're going to use one of our totems. Not exactly the nicest sounding totem, but the Stone of Blood. It is going to mean that Audrey will take 1 point of damage, but that means she just dealt 4 points of damage, which should be enough to take out that Hectricodon, or however you say the name, and she won't take any counterattack back. 2 damage here and 2 damage here. Perfect. The Hectricon retreats into the deep. Matt lingers on the bridge watching the water. He'll return eventually, and next time he won't give up until we're at the bottom of the sea, she warns. We're now going to make a new event deck. First separate the events by type, and then shuffle each pile, then deal 6 deadly, then 6 perilous, then 6 mild. And then on the journey log, we need to mark that we have gone through the first event deck. Now all crew members must discard any ability cards they have equipped. Any level cards will remain. So we'll keep those level cards, I think. Yeah, I did this pretty well. The only one we're going to have to lose is this engaged on Raphael. Well, that combat was actually not terrible. The first time that I went through it, it really stunk. But knowing, A, that we would get nothing for it, because as you saw, I got no XP, I got no gold, but I knew that going in, so I had everyone ready. I do have one exhausted character, Kasumi, but everyone else, relatively okay. Laurent, 3 damage, we'll have to deal with it. We're going to start our first turn by moving over to the bridge, and Laurent has that ability that when we go there, we can gain 1 command. So we're actually going to gain 3 command, and we're going to remove all command that's on the board. That was a bunch that was actually on the board. So we have a total of 6 command that we can use. Let's go ahead and draw our skill card. Okay, it's a regular 4. And I actually think, looking at my hand, I can only have 3. I'm going to discard that one because these ones actually have effects, so I might as well keep them. We've got our nice full event deck here. Let's go ahead and flip our first one. We have flying debris. During a windstorm, a tree branch lands on the deck, hitting Kanan. Ow, my head. Gain 1 vegetable. That's actually awesome. And Kanan takes 2 damage. So Kanan had no damage before. He will have 2 now. And that 1 vegetable, we can do something fun with that. We're going to use a command on this life seed. Yeah, the one that we stole. We're going to go ahead and change 1 vegetable into 2 vegetables. Beautiful. Then this might seem a little bit like a waste, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 2 command to be able to get 1 meat. We're going to scout out some meat because now we have enough to make some food. What do you say we eat some spicy gumbo? So we're going to spend 1 command token. We're going to use 1 meat, 1 vegetable, and 1 grain. We're going to remove 1 exhaust token from Audrey, 1 from Laurent, and 1 from our captain. So all of them have no exhaust or fatigue tokens. And we're going to heal 3 damage from Kasumi, who had 5. She now only has 2, and she's ready to rock again. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slot this skill card onto Kanan. It's going to cost us 1 command. This will go back to the supply, though. I only have 1 command left. But this is going to allow him to discard it to give him +1 accuracy. I like that. If you remember last episode, the last thing we just did is got rid of that blasted robot. Now we know we need to go to the Mirror Forest. This definitely does not have a forest. But I also remember these people were looking for some fishermen, and we had some fishing here. So I think that's the first thing we're going to do. Let's go ahead and check this out, and then maybe we'll go to a different page and look for the Mirrored Forest. So let's go ahead and do a craft action. We're looking to just be able to move 1, a 2. That'll be perfect. We'll move 1 to here. And then the second thing we'll do, we'll explore 206. We no longer have the ability to gain command when we explore. Oh, that was so nice. If keyword rust, we don't have that. A group of sailors is camped out in the cove near port. Their ship, anchored nearby, bears the name Sail Rust. The sailors all wear wool and oilskins to protect from the cold and wet of the northern seas, and each one of them is busy either setting up camp or carrying supplies onto the ship. One man holds an armful of harpoons. They look like whalers, says Raphael. We can either find someone to explain what they're doing, cunning 6, or steal some supplies while they're distracted, perception 8. Yeah, let's definitely do the cunning 6. What's our 7 health? Ugh, I think I'm going to use someone. Using our captain here makes it so we only need a 4. Let's see if we get it. We get exactly a 4. I love this deck! So we are good to go. A one-eyed Pan, who introduces himself as Captain Tar, answers your questions.
We're hunting the mighty Kefla stones.
He paused for a moment, examining you with his good eye.
You all seem like skillful sailors, and a hunt like this can be dangerous. We'd gladly share in the spoils, if you're willing to share in the work. I'll even give you some pay up front as a gesture of friendship and goodwill. My navigator will tell you the rendezvous point. Meet us there if you decide to join in the excitement.
We'll gain 2 coins, gain quest 72 and 165, and return to the ship. That's our first $2. We do have an artifact, but that's our only money. I will take that. We have Harpoon. We are invited by the crew of the Sail Rust to hunt creatures known as cephalostones. We are to meet them in the sea to the northwest. Okay, that should be easy. North, we don't have anywhere else we can go, so it's got to be on this map tile. I'm kind of thinking we should do that. A group of sailors we thought were preparing for a whaling expedition turned out to be hunting creatures called cephalostones. All right, let's do it. We'll move to our next turn. Let's go over to the quarters here. We're going to remove 2 command tokens, 1 from the life seed and 1 from the spicy gumbo. So we have those back in the supply, and we'll gain 3 command tokens, and we'll draw an ability card. And we've grabbed dodge. Cool. Ooh, that can give us some more cunning. Then it's off to our event card. Already our second one. Rough breakup. Oh, that doesn't sound good. 2 crew members that were previously in a close relationship are now enemies. Oh, smooth things over. Cunning 6. Fail -4. Health split as evenly as possible among 2 crew members, or let them work it out. Choose 2 crew members each gain 1 low morale. I think I'm just going to try and let the 2 of them work it out. We'll do Marco and Mac, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use Cap right now. We're going to use one of our 5 of command. Actually, we only have 4, so we only have 3 left. And then we're going to remove 1. Let's remove the one from Mac, since we normally use her more for challenges. She's got some more skills. As much fun as it sounds to take down some animals, I think what I'd like to do is check out our first dungeon. That's here, this 181. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go to port first, just clean up our fatigue, get ourselves good to go, and then we're going to move into the dungeon. So let's go ahead and do a craft check and just do a travel action. We get a 6. Oh, a 6. Or a 6 would allow us to move 2, and we could go right in, but then we don't get to do a port action. I have a few people. Well, you know what? The fatigue is really the big thing. Let's go ahead and move here. Oh, come on. Let's instead move all the way over here. We are going to have to do a test on our ship. Am I going to flip another 6? No, it's a 4. So we're going to take 1 point of damage on our ship. That spot will be spot 2. Well, and spot 2 is a little bit full, so let's go ahead and go to the galley. I'm thinking that soon I'm going to need to repair the ship. However, I have no materials, so that might be a priority soon. Now, though, for our second action, let's go ahead and check out this dungeon. Now, how this works is instead of us just going to the 181 that's in the actual book, we're going to go to the dungeon boards, find the specific dungeon that matches this 181, and we're going to enter it. Location 181 is the Fishbone Vault. Let's check it out. Here we have our Fishbone Vault. What we do is we will start where this star is. We use this lantern. Now, normally you'd have a standee. I was going to have him lay down on his side. However, it's huge, so I don't think that's going to work very well. Instead, let's go ahead and use this coin. This is going to be our team. Just because it's small enough and I'm not using the ship, because we're not in the ship right now. We're venturing into this. Look at, there's water running here. Oh, lots of stuff. Now, it works very different in the dungeon. If you're playing cooperatively, each player gets 3 actions, and then you're just going to move to the next player. You can do 2 things. You can either move, I should say 3, because you can move or explore, just like normal. There's numbers there. And when you move between the dotted red lines, or you can camp. When you camp, and I don't really know how this works yet because I haven't played this yet, it's the first time, we have our camp deck here. We're going to draw a camp card and do whatever it says. Now, since I'm playing solo, I think I just get to do actions until I do a camp action. Now, when I do a camp action, I'm going to discard the top card of the event deck with no effect, and then I'm going to draw the top card of this. It generally has something good for us and something maybe bad, but that is how we can survive in the dungeon, because I'm not going to be getting any more command. I only have the 3 command. I'm not going to be drawing more of the ability cards. I only have my 3 ability cards that I have here. Yeah, let's do it. There's a couple other nuances, but we'll get to those when we have them happen. So in this first space, I see I have this number 2 here. Let's go ahead and explore that to start us off. If Explore Token D, turn to 2.1. We'd only gain that exploration token while we're in this dungeon, so we definitely don't have that. The edge of a leather bag pokes out of the snow. When you dig it out, you find a bottle of red liquid and a bottle of pickled vegetables. Gain 1 potion, 1 pickled vegetable, and explore token D. Then continue exploring. So we have this. We then also have a potion. We can use this. It will restore 3 health. And we have this that'll allow us to remove 2 fatigue tokens. Awesome. From here, we can move into this room, so we can do a move action. We don't have to do that craft test because it's just us walking. And now we can check out 20, or we can continue and move on into this main room. Let's check out 20 first, I think. If Explore Token A, turn to 20.2, we don't have them. You enter a tall, icy cavern. A growl echoes through the chamber, and you turn to face 3 monstrous beasts. Great. Combat 9, 60, and 61. Well, this looks like a lot of fun. First thing we're going to do is gain 2 command tokens. That puts us at 5. This guy's a pushover. A 4, only 3 health. Shouldn't be terrible. We've got a 6, though, and then this guy's going to be brutal. A 6. So I got to find a way to maybe one-shot him if I can. I think it's a great time to start with Captain Sophie. We're going to attack that Spine Serach. That one, we only need a 4 or higher, and we're hitting already with a +1, so it's a 3 or higher that we're looking for. Oh, it's a 6. We're going to hit for 4 points of damage. I think we're going to use one of our 5 command tokens to use the Stone of Blood. That's going to mean that our Cap takes 1 point of damage. She's down to 4 health, but she's hitting for 5 beautiful points of damage. We're then going to do 2 damage here, and then we're going to do 3 damage here, and then 4 damage here, and 5 damage here. Beautiful. Okay, now we can give our this token to someone, and if we can give it to someone that can do 4 damage, they could do 3 and 1 and take that snow beast out without taking the 5 points of damage here. However, our Cap is going to be retaliated for 3 damage here. She does block 1, so she'll take 2. She has 1 from using that stone, so she now has 3 damage on her. Let's use Audrey next. She's also going to attack that Spine Serach. She's guaranteed to hit with her Death Bell. 5. He's only at a 4. There's literally no way that she can miss. Wow, she flipped a 1. Great timing. So she's going to deal 2 points of damage. There won't be any retaliation on this hit because she's going to hit the body to take him out and then splash 1 damage over here to the saber-toothed cat. And then because she did that, she can give her +1 damage to someone, and we're going to give that to Kanan, I believe. So the Spine Serach is gone, and then these two are now together. Perfect. I'm now going to have Kanan attack that Snow Beast. He needs a total of 4 damage to take him out. He has +1 for his accuracy. He needs a 5. A 5 would work. A 5 would work. We've got a 3. That's not enough. 3 plus 1 here is 4. We need to get to a 6. You know what? Let's go ahead and use our Lucran goggles here. We'll spend 1 command. We've got 3 left. That will get him up to the 6. That means we're dealing 3 damage. We'll use this for +1 and this one so we can hit diagonally. And you know what that means? 4 damage, 3 and 1. 2 down, 1 to go. Just the saber-toothed cat. We also are able to give our synergy token, and I think I'm going to give that to the captain. We have 1 command token left. Let's go ahead and use the captain again. She needs a 5 to hit. It's a little bit of a stretch. I'm not sure what else I can do. Let's try it. We got a 3. Okay, that's a failure. I can, however, use this. Let's use this. So we will redraw. And let's see what we get. We get a 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. We only needed a 6 in total. So we're going to deal our 4 damage. Let's do 3 and 1 for a total of 4. But then she's going to get hit back for 4 points of damage. 3 plus 1 is there. She can reduce it by 1 because of her block. So she's taking 3 damage. The max she can take is 2. So that's going to put her at a total of 5 damage. And she's exhausted. And we'll drop 1 damage onto Kanan because he already has 2, so let's keep it on people that already have damage. Then unfortunately that saber-toothed tiger is going to hit for 4 points of damage. I think I'll put all of that on Raphael. Raphael had no damage on him before. He now has 4. He has 7 health. He can soak it. All right, we'll grab our combat tokens back. Let's see what we want to do. I just need someone who can do 3 points of damage. It's going to cost me 2 command, but it makes it very likely if I use Mac here. So I'm going to attack with Mac. I just need a 2 or higher. Oh, I got a 6. Are you serious? What a waste of a 6. So we don't have to use anything for that, but I am going to spend 2 command to add +1 damage, so that gives us a total of 3 damage. That means we can do 1, 2, 3. We took out the saber-toothed cat. And then I think I am going to use this potion right now. By the way, I could take these out of the dungeon, but I still think that it's worth it to have my captain back. She will go back down to only 2 damage. The creature with the spiny back was carrying a key made of bone. Gain 1 artifact, 1 coin, 1 hearth coal, which by the way looks awesome. Move the ship a total of 3 distance. And exploration token A. But no XP. Bummer. I was hoping for some XP. From here, let's go ahead and move into this chamber. And then, okay, so do you see this symbol up here? That means this area is locked. I have to resolve whatever's at 33 before I can move through this spot to see what's here. Same thing with up here at the top. I can't move over this water until I resolve whatever is here. That's what that key token means. So let's go ahead and check out 40. You spy a pile of cut timber beneath a snowbank. Gather the timber, strength 7. If we fail, -4 health, gain 2 materials, and explore token F. Yeah, let's try it. Let's go ahead and use Kanan for 1, Laurent for 2. That means we only need a 4. Yeah, I'd like to use Raphael, but he has low morale, and I only have 1 command token. I can use that to reflip if I need, because I've got my gear. Oh, that's a 5. 5 plus the 2, that should be enough. We just gained ourselves 2 materials, which we can likely use to repair our ship. Before we go anywhere else, why don't we try and camp down? I've got some damage, I've got a lot of fatigue tokens, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll discard one of these cards. Whatever effect it has, we won't do it. And then we'll go ahead and grab this deck, and we'll flip over our top card. We have Fires of Battle. You burn the bodies of your foes. Ooh. If you've defeated enemies in this dungeon, yes we have, you may build a fire without having to pay materials. Oh, great. Oh, that's probably why you want materials. Return 3 or 4 used command tokens to the supply. So it's going to be 3 for 1 to 2 players. I removed 2 off of my adventure cards and 1 off of the captain. Then it says gain that same amount of command. Oh, beautiful. So those 3 are with me, plus the 1 that I have. That's 4. Okay, that's a good thing that I have that. You may build a fire, pay 1 materials to remove 2 fatigue. If you do, you may also pay any number of food tokens to restore 2 health per token. Oh wait, what am I saying? I get the fire for free because I'm burning the bodies of those enemies I just defeated. So I can remove 2 fatigue. I'm going to remove 1 from Laurent, and I'm removing 1 from our captain. Then I think I'm going to eat up this grain to go ahead and then heal 2 damage on Raphael. Raphael then still has 2 damage. But we are still surviving. So now it's the question, do we go to the left or do we go north? I want to check out the water, so I'm going to check out north. Let's go up here. Let's check out number 26. If key tokens X and Y, you may cross the river and skip 26 and 64. No, we don't have that. A tall canyon cuts the room in half, as if a cataclysmic event ripped the mountain itself apart. An icy river flows through the canyon. It's too far to jump over, but you could wade through the frigid waters. A. Wade through the frigid waters, or B. Make a bridge. Pay 2 materials, craft 10. You may take back 2 materials. You may pay the 2 materials to try again, or choose A or C. Turn to 26.2. So from how I'm understanding this, we need to pass this, or it says you may take back the 2 materials. You may pay the 2 materials to try again, or choose AC. So I feel like I have to pass this if I decide to do this, or I could just wade through the water. Oh, we can wade through the water. 26.1. The water seeps through your clothes, freezing you right to the bone. You climb out on the other side, dripping wet and shivering. Minus 11 health. That was terrible. Gain 1 weakened. That's also terrible. Place a lantern token on the room to the north of the river, and then continue exploring. 11 health, you guys? Okay, how the heck am I going to do this? We'll do 3 on Raphael, so he's got 5 damage. We'll do 5 on Gregory, because I never seem to use him. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3 on Mac. That's a total of 11. Holy moly. And someone has to get weakened. Let's see. Who do we want to have weakened? Nobody. But I might as well put that on... let's put it on Marco, because he's already low morale. He's low morale, and he's weakened. But you better believe we got to the other side of that water. This better be good. Well, let's check out 18. If Explore Token B, we don't have that. Piles of huge fish bones lie jumbled against the frosty walls. Inside one of the skulls, you find a stone cube with a carving of a fish. Gain Explore Token B. Okay, so now we have Explore Token B. But that's all we got. I think we have to go across the river again. We'll move ourselves out of 18. We're probably... should I just have paid the materials? I don't know. Let's rest one more time, and then we'll cross the water. So far, I'm going to admit that this maybe wasn't the best idea. So we're going to take this one and just discard it. And let's go ahead and draw one of our camp cards. We'll grab our deck here, and let's flip it over, and we have Garbage Fire. You pile up all the garbage and refuse you can get your hands on and set it ablaze. Yeah, well, it's probably pretty cold here. Return 2, use command to the supply, then gain that same amount of command. I'm going to return 2 from Laurent. I'm going to grab them. That gives me a total of 2, 4, 5, 6 command. Then it says, you may build a fire for free. Remove 2 fatigue. You may also pay any number of food to restore 2 health. I'm going to remove the fatigue on Raphael and Kanan. So I've got those 2, and I'm not going to pay any food because I only have 1, and I can turn it into 2 with that life seed. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, we have 64 here. It's the question of, we know what's going to happen. I'd have to do a craft 10 check. The most I can get of craft is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'd have to flip a 6 to make it successful. Of course, this one just says turn to 64.2 regardless. But I'd have to pay 2 materials, and I only have 2. What I'm hoping is that I can get myself back to a port and heal up. Can I take 11 damage? I'm assuming it's 11 damage. I mean, it was the same as last time. I can take 11 damage. Let's go ahead and wade through the water. Someone's going to get weakened, though. Yep, here it is. Minus 11 health, gain 1 weakened, place the lantern token on the room, the south of the river, continue exploring. We've got 5 here for Marco. We've got 1 for Gregory, so that's 6. We need to do 5 more. We'll do 2 on Laurent. Oh my gosh, we're losing crew members. And 3 on Kasumi. That means half of our crew are now completely exhausted. Oh, and I still have to grab a weakened token. I'm going to grab the weakened token and place that onto... Oh, who's exhausted? Well, let's go ahead and put it on Kasumi. Well, that maybe hurt a little bit, but we waited over and back. This better be worth it. I'm hoping that that's going to give us something over here. But we have to check out 33 before we get over there. Are we healed up enough? Or do I need to come back to this dungeon? Because I could just walk myself back over here, go to port, use some of my money, then jump back in. I think I've got to do that. So I think I'm going to move here, then here, then here, then simply move back to the main board. Now, it was our second action to go into the dungeon. So I think because of that, we'll go and do a ship action, we'll draw an event card, and then we'll start that next round. And I think what I'm going to do for this turn is go up to the bridge. That's going to allow me to gain 3 of my command tokens, thanks to Laurent. I'm also removing only 2 command tokens. I've been able to remove a bunch, and I have a ton in supply. I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total in my supply, which is awesome. I'm then going to get to draw an ability card. Let's see what we get. We have Prey. When you use the quarters, get rid of low morale. That's cool. I'm going to discard one of these rapid strikes that I never seem to use. We'll flip our event card, and we have Timber Traders. A huge barge loaded with timber approaches. You may pay 1 coin to buy 2 materials. Oh, that seems good, but I really want my coins. I have so many characters totally exhausted. I needed to use my coins to heal. So I think I'm going to pass on that. I still have 2 materials. Well, it seems like a bit of a waste, but I think I still want to check that out. This is me and being all excited about going into a dungeon. Plus, we got all of those tokens. By the way, what you do normally is I would write all this stuff down, but I know I'm going right back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this for movement. That's a 1. Beautiful. We're going to move here. We're going to take a ship damage unless we flip a 6, which we flipped a 6. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay. That might mean I've got a different idea. So then for our second action, let's go ahead and go not to 160, but we're going to go to port. First things first, while in the port, we'll gain 1 grain for free. Thank you very much. It's our second piece of food. We're then going to spend 3 coins and heal 3 characters to full. Kasumi is going to be fully healed. Laurent is going to be fully healed. And let's go ahead and do Gregory because he has 6 health. He's going to be fully healed. And then we're going to pay 2 artifacts to gain 3 experience and 3 more coins. Thank you very much. So we have 3 more coins we can use. Our experience will then go from 1 to 4. And with that 4 XP, I think I'm going to get Marco's Hope card. Remove 1 low morale from a crew member when you use the deck. Heck yeah. And he's going to add more to his cunning. So that means we have no more XP. I am then going to use 1 coin to heal up Marco to full, and 1 more coin to heal Raphael to full. Should I use 1 more and just heal Mac? Yeah, we're going to also heal Mac to full. So what this means is that the only people that have damage, Kanan has 3 damage, Audrey has 1, and Captain has 2. I'm also going to use 1 of these materials to fix the bridge. I don't want any damage on the bridge. I'm going to keep 1 materials because remember, it's useful in that dungeon, and I definitely think I'm going to go back there. I do think then I'm going to use Captain Odessa here, and I'm going to remove 1 low morale token, and I'm going to remove that from Marco. So Marco now only has the weakened state, and he won't for long because Gregory is also going to use his ability, and he can remove 1 weakened state. He's going to remove the 1 from Marco. We're doing a ton of cleanup here. We're going to use our life seed here to generate another vegetable. So that'll be our second vegetable. And then we're going to, oh man, it got stuck to my finger. And then we're going to go here. We're going to remove one low morale token from Raphael. And we'll remove one fatigue token from Kasumi. Holy moly, we are clearing house. I also think I'm going to use 2 command. This means I only have 2 left. But I'm going to put this dodge out. I'm going to put that on Kanan. He can discard this to give 2 block to this crew member. Well, I felt like that was pretty good. What I'm going to do now to start my next turn is come to the quarters. I'm going to remove both of these from Gregory, who I'm going to immediately use in a second. I am going to gain 3 of them, so I'll gain those 2 plus 1 more. So that gives me a total of 3, 4, 5. I also get to draw one of these cards, and I have Careful Aim. I'm then going to draw one of these cards, and we have a Lost Sailor. You rescue a Lucran sailor who was floating on a piece of driftwood. Keep this card next to the shipboard. Discard this card when you visit a port. I just did! While you have this card once per turn I can re-flip fate. That is amazing. Well, that was not a bad pull for our 6th event card, but you know what? We're already through the 6th event card after this. All right, we're going to move to 181 here. Okay, it's a 4. Let's just move over here, and let's go ahead and check this out again. We're back into the Fishbone Vault. Let's go ahead and move ourselves all the way over here to 33. I do not want to check out 58, just in case it's another combat. This we know we have to unlock to get through here, and we can always check out 58 if we need to. But in order for us to check out over here, we need to get through 33. You find a locked iron door covered in frost. We can either A, bust it open, that's a strength 12, or we can try to unlock it with the bone key, which we have, because we do have this A exploration token. That's only a craft 5. Yeah, let's try that. Audrey is a craft 2 right here. We just need a 3 or better. That's a 1, so we know what we're going to do. Kasumi to the rescue. Let's go ahead and exhaust her. Let's redraw. You better not be a 1 again. Let's see. Oh, it's a 4. Beautiful. That'll pass. The bone key opens the lock, but the key breaks and gets stuck in the door. You shove the door open, struggling against a snowbank on the other side. Place key token W on 33, lose token A. So I'll get rid of token A. Hopefully that's okay. We'll put our key right here, and I believe that means we can now move through here. This looks cool. Maybe this is where we want to go, or here, which you can't see. There we go. 61 or 16. While we're in here, this looks kind of cool. Let's do 61. Unavailable if Explore token E, we have B and D, so we're okay. Stairs lead up to a platform where a rough block of ice sits. As you examine the ice, you discover a white lynx frozen inside. A, build a fire to melt the ice, pay 1 materials, and then craft 8. Or leave the links for now. No. We're definitely doing this. A craft 8, though. Oh, that's going to be fun. Let's see if we can do it. Seems like it's a great time for Audrey to shine again. She'll add 2. We'll do Raphael for 3. And we've got our captain for 4. That means all we need is a 4 or better for the 8. We've got a 3. Do I have a +1? I do with Mac. Is it worth it? We've got tons of commands still, so we'll use both of these on Mac. That will give us a total of 8. Don't forget, we did have to spend that 1 materials. I forgot to show that, so now we have no materials, so we can't light fires. I'm hoping I can get out of here quickly. The ice melts, and the lynx shows signs of life, twitching and wriggling as the fire crackles nearby. Soon, the creature is stretching its legs and trotting around the cavern. It seems quite friendly. Gain Explore token E, and Adventure card 144. That's cool. Not gonna lie, that art looks awesome. However, this is not a totem. I was kind of hoping for a totem, but that's okay. I still think this is cool. She'll also give us a block. We don't really have much block, so I will take that. We still haven't used token B, which caused us 22 health of damage and 2 weakened statuses, so I'm gonna check it out. If this isn't it, then I'll check out 58, and if that isn't it, I'm gonna curse this Fishbone Vault and leave it forever. 16. If Explore token B turned to 16.1, you better believe I have that. After slipping through a narrow passage, you find a slot in the wall. The slot is cut into a perfect square, and peering inside, you discover a carving of a fish skeleton. A, jam that cube you found on the other side of the icy water into the slot in the wall, or B, don't do anything. Yeah, right. 16.2. We're jamming that in there. The dungeon wall rumbles, then crumbles. Bits of stone fall all over the floor, revealing a hidden alcove. A white spear made of bone sits on an altar inside. Oh, that sounds cool. Gain 6 coins. Token C. Okay, we'll grab token C in a second. And adventure card 137. Lose, explore token B, and then we're going to move to 58. Then turn to 16.4. Holy bajolies, look at this weapon. +3, 3 attack, can discard any of the cunning, 1 block. You can attack even when frightened. This is a totem. Who am I going to give that to? Let's go ahead and give it to Marco, because I don't see him using other types of weapons often. So let's give it to him. And then what I can do is I can give him more cunning abilities, and he can always discard them to make him more powerful. Like, hey, this prey right here. As you return to the main chamber, a great roar shakes the ground and icicles plummet around you as mammoths emerge from the stairwell. So we have to fight a 59 and a 71. That's not terrible. But as you can see, we're not going to get any benefit. I'm okay. We got an awesome weapon. Let's take these guys out and then get the heck out of Dodge. Here we have our 2 enemies. This ice mammoth might be a little bit of a problem, but this enraged guy, I don't think we'll have any problem taking him out. Let's start with our captain. She can deal 4 damage with a single attack. All she needs is a 4 or higher to succeed. That's a 4. So we're dealing 4 damage. I am going to use this to add +1. Oh, we gained 2 command. I almost forgot that, which is good. So I have a total of 4 command. I'm going to use 1 to add +1 damage, so we're dealing 5 damage, but our cap's going to take a point of damage for this. But that means what we can do is just one-shot this guy. 5 damage, 3, 1, 1. This enraged enemy, toast. Let's have Mac attack next. She needs to get a total of a 7. She's already at a 4, so a 3 or better will work. Well, how about a 5? So she's going to hit for 2 points of damage. I don't think I'm taking this guy out in one round, so I'm going to do 1 here and 1 here. And by doing that, I can then give my +2 accuracy to someone, and I'll go ahead and give that to Kanan. Kanan will have +2 accuracy, but now she's going to get hit for a total of 6 damage. I'm going to use our links here and spend 1 command to put that down to 5 damage, but that will totally exhaust Mac. Kanan will be next to go. He needs a 7. He's currently only at a 1. We're going to flip this one. We have a 1. Wow, that's absolutely horrendous. So I'm definitely going to use our gear here. We'll only have 1 more command token left. Let's go ahead and redraw. We'll redraw a 6. That's way better. 6 plus 1 is 7. We actually don't have to increase anything. Okay, so 7 means we've hit. We're dealing 3 damage. Let me see. With 3 damage, we'll do 2 here and 1 here. We then can give our reflip of fate. I'm going to give that to our captain. We will get attacked for 4 damage. Our pistol has 1 defense. We'll discard this one for 2, so that means we have a total of 3 blocks. We're only going to take 1 point of damage, and we have 1 beautiful health remaining. Thank you. And now we only have to hit him 2 more times. If we can hit him with the captain 1 more time, she doesn't have any. She's only hitting for a 1 though, so we need to flip a 6. But I can reflip for her, and I've got the goggles. Okay. Yeah, let's try with the captain 1 more time, because if she can get 4, yeah, she'd get killed, but then all we got to do is do 1 more hit after he hits for another 4. Oh, well, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and use our captain. We'll draw for our first one. She's at a 1, plus a 1 is a 2. That's terrible. I forgot to place this on her. She did get this from Kanan, so she can redraw her fate. So she has a 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. That's still not enough, but that's okay because we have this. We'll use our last command here for +2. That will give us enough to hit first. We're going to deal 4 points of damage and then get annihilated for 4 points of damage. 4 damage, 3 plus 1. I will definitely take that. 4 damage on her. She's got 1 block, so she'll take 3 points of damage. We'll put 2 on her. That will fully exhaust her. That means we need to place 2 more, and I'll place those 2 on Gregory. What am I saying? That's only 1 on Gregory because we only took 3 damage because we did block 1 of them. However, now he's going to attack. We're going to have Gregory soak the whole thing. So Gregory's going to take 4 damage. He had 1 damage on him before. That'll put him to 5 damage. Okay, now we'll start the next round. I think I think it's going to be, well, who can hit her? Oh, yeah, I know who can hit him. We're going to use Audrey. Remember, Audrey has her death bell. We only need a 2 or higher to hit. I have it right here. I'll flip. Oh my gosh, that's a 2. I was a little risky there, but with the 2, boom, he is gone. Well, with 3 exhausted characters, we're going to push ourselves back over to here. And I think I forgot to show you I gained 6 beautiful coins as well. I'm going to run. 1, 2. Let's get ourselves out of this fishbone vault. But 5 totems now. Since it was our second action to go into the dungeon, I'm assuming that now we start our next turn. We're going to go to the bridge. We're going to gain all of these, or take all of these off of the board. We're going to gain a total of 3 of those, which is good because we have none. We're also going to gain 1 ability card. We're almost out of our ability deck. We have Refine. Oh my gosh, I need to put that on Audrey. We need a way to repair so bad. But before we do that, let's check out our event. We have the Meligodon. A massive shark tests the ship's hull for weakness. Steer the ship into the shark, Savvy 5, or attack the shark. We could gain a meat if we do a Strength 6 test. Do I want meat? Yeah, I always want meat. I should have discarded an ability card because I have 4 in my hand, but I didn't. I'm going to discard that one. It's a little bit cheating, but it is what it is. So we need a Strength 6 test. I don't know. Let's try Raphael. Maybe he's worth spending that money on. I don't know. Let's go ahead and flip, and we get a 3. I have 1 here that would get us to a 4. No, not worth it. We're going to have to take 4 damage. I'm going to give all 4 to him because I don't want to have anybody else. So, Raphael, you tried. You failed. We do gain 1 meat, though. We still gain the meat. We just took some damage. I hate using fatigue for that, but it is what it is. I think we also have to, without a question, put this Refine on to Audrey. So that will cost us 1 of our command. We only have 2 left. Well, I don't know about you, but I am getting tired of the cold. There's so much snow, cold, ugh. So what I think I'm going to do, I've got some quests I can always come back here if I'd like. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 2 command tokens that I have. I'm going to play our Mikra's guitar. Gosh, I love that music. And then I'm going to spend 1 of each of these so that then I can remove a total of 4 fatigue, heal 3 health. No one has low morale. Nope. But all the fatigue I'm grabbing off, all 4 are coming both from Audrey and Raphael. They're fully unfatigued, so that way I can use them to get the heck out of here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Audrey and I'm going to send Raphael. I've put a fatigue token back on him. And we're going to have them push those engines. So we have a craft right now of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 9 or higher to then be able to ignore all of the bad effects when we move. 5 plus 4 is 9. Beautiful. That'll work. Awesome. So we can now move a total of 4 spaces, ignoring any of the bad effects that are on the map. See ya, snowy ice caps. Let's get out of here. Movement 1 is to move here. Movement 2 will go off and go to page 17. We'll move into this space. Once again, we're ignoring all of this because those 2 rock. Movement 3, we can move to here. And then movement 4, what I'm thinking of doing is going to check out the expansion. That's the Tides of Ruins, page 22. So I'm kind of thinking of going that way. However, do you remember the mirrored forest? Well, this has been the board or the map of the forest. So I wonder if it's one of these 3 forests. We already checked out 165 before. There wasn't any keyword mirrored. So I'm thinking I want to check out 84 or 146. I've got 1 more movement. Let's check out 84, or do I stop here to... How many people of mine are exhausted? I have Gregory is exhausted, the Cap's exhausted, Max exhausted. That's 3. Oh... Let's do it. Let's go here. 84. Yeah, let's check it out for our second action. Shards of mirrored glass hang from every tree along the shoreline, reflecting back bits of sky and land and sea in a dazzling array as they slowly twist in the wind. This is mirrors. The effect is disorienting. There are bad rumors about this place, says Mac. I'm telling you now, I won't go in there without a compelling reason. A group of traders has made camp nearby, but they're keeping a wide distance between themselves and the trees. We can either enter the mirrored forest, but we have to have the keyword mirrors. Well, we just happen to have that. I can't believe that this is actually the right one. Thank you. I can't remember who commented. Someone commented about the forest. I wonder if they'd done this. And then the second one is make a deal with the traders. No way. 84.1. As you walk deeper into the forest, the mirror shards grow larger and more plentiful, but the light grows dimmer, blocked by the canopy above. The effect is less dazzling than the outskirts of the forest. Instead of shining ornaments, the mirrors appear as portals of darkness, deeper than they should be, inviting you in. You have difficulty navigating. A voice whispers in your ear, but when you turn around, the rest of the crew is still several feet away. No one is near you. The voice whispers again. It's been so long since I had someone to play with. Guess correctly, and I might give you one of my toys. Guess wrong, and I might make you my new toy. You hear Audrey scream, and you run to her. When you ask her what's wrong, she just points. There are two Macs staring at each other with identical expressions of terror. We have here, figure out which one is the real Mac. We could do a Savvy 10 test. If we fail, and of course you can't use Mac on this, that's fine, Mac is totally exhausted, we can't do that. Gain 4 madness. The sight of the duplicated shipmate causes mental strain. Turn to 84.3. This one, start smashing mirrors, that's only a strength 7. Mac cannot be used. We get 6 health if we fail that one. Turn to 84.4. Oh, can we do the Savvy 10? You know the Savvy 10 is better. Do we deal with madness? Madness is really, really annoying. I don't think I've had madness yet. There's only one way to get rid of madness that I know of. Marco has an ability to pay food and then get rid of madness. But that's pretty much it. And anytime you use them for a challenge, they take a point of damage. Well, I'm legitimately worried if I start destroying mirrors that it's going to destroy whatever we potentially could find here. So I think I'm just going to soak the 4 madness. So I'm just going to flip a card. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's a 2. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to take 4 blasted madness. Okay, who do I normally not use on challenges? I normally don't use Marco, so Marco is going to get 1 madness, plus he can get rid of if we need to. I normally don't use, Mac, maybe. Mac would be a second one. Yeah, she's the one who's doubled anyways. I would do Kasumi for the 3rd one, and the 4th one, let's do Gregory. Oh, that sucked. The duplicate Mac is impressive, but the more you watch them, the more you begin to notice subtle differences. Each of them tries to convince you that she's the real Mac, but you don't listen to their words. What they say isn't important. You ask them each to take out their journal and write something. What? Asks one Mac. Why? Asks the other Mac. You explain that it doesn't matter what they write, but that this will help you confirm something. They obey your instructions and you watch them closely. One Mac writes with her left hand, the other with her right, the perfect mirror image. You immediately identify the false Mac, and she begins to giggle in delight. Very clever, she says. This has been such a fun game. Oh, I wish I could play with you more, but I did promise you a prize. You may leave. The false Mac disappears, and a stone drops to the ground where she had been. You pick it up. Your mind suddenly feels clear in a way that it hasn't since you entered the mirrored forest. You're easily able to find your way out. Just as you step out of the forest, a voice whispers in your ear. Come play with me again sometime. Gain 2 XP, Adventure Card 56, our 6th totem, and complete Quest 75. We found the Stone of Many Eyes, which can be used to help with our perception. Kind of cool. And now we've got 2 XP that we can spend eventually when we get more. Well, that was a fun turn. We're all now a little bit mad. And we do have our 6th totem, though, so I'll take that. Let's move to the quarters again. Remove these 2, 1 from Rika's guitar and 1 from the Spicy Gumbo. We will gain 3 of these, which I will definitely take. And we'll draw 1 ability card. And our ability card is the Jack of all Trades. We'll then draw our event card, and we have the Broken Biplane. A biplane makes a rough landing. The pilot asks for help. I'm from Texas originally, but I've made these isles my home. Help repair the craft. Craft 8, gain 1 coin and 1 grain, or ignore the plane. -1 health, gain 1 low morale. But I'd have to use Audrey. Audrey would give me a 2. Then I have to use Raphael for 3. Is it worth a coin and a grain? You know what? It is. It's worth the coin, if nothing else. So let's give it a shot. We'll use Audrey for a total of 1, 2, 3. I might have forgotten that last time that she has an additional one here. For 3 craft here. Raphael for 4. So we only need a 4 or higher. Let's see what we get. We'll draw. and we get a 3, which means we're 1 too short. We have our Lost Sailor. Let's go ahead and redraw Fate. And we have a 4. 4 plus the 4 is 8. So we'll gain 1 grain, which is great, and another coin. That'll be 7 coins. Help the guy from Texas out. This, I think, is going to be a bit of a recovery round. We're going to spend 1 here with our life seed to gain our second vegetable, so that then, with that second vegetable, this one, and the grain that we just got, that's a total of 3. Spend another one of these, but we're going to be able to remove 3 fatigue. I'm going to do 2 from Audrey and 1 from Raphael. I just need them to be ready. That crafting is super helpful. Then I think we're going to use that coal that we have, the hearth coal. It lets us move our ship 3 distance. We still have not used an action yet. We're going to move 1. We're going to move 2. Now we have to deal with this quick. We have to do a Savvy 5 check. Laurent will give us a 2, so we just need a 3 or higher. Oh, we got exactly a 3. That's beautiful. So we're at a total of 5. We can continue on. Here we have our first expansion map. Look at this. It looks amazing. I cannot wait. This is the Tides of Ruin. So I think I can come in on either side. Both of them stink. I think I'm going to do this one because I can deal with the low morale. I've got ways to get rid of that. So we'll do a quick test. I'm not going to spend anyone. Likely we're going to fail unless we flip a 5. No, we flipped a 5, so we're totally fine. I love it. Now, we still have not done an action this turn. Now, a lot of our characters are very much damaged, so I need to use some money at the port to heal. I'm trying to decide, do I want to go to the marketplace first? I've also got this that I could explore. It doesn't look great. I kind of want to go to the port first because a lot of times you get quests there. Yeah, I think just to be safe, because we're not doing the greatest, I'm going to simply just move. So we're going to do a craft check. We've got another 5, so we can actually move up to 2 spaces, but I'm just going to move here to the Scholars Camp, and then I'm going to go to a port. I'm going to go to that port. Unfortunately, that means we dropped off our Lost Sailor. Thanks, man. You were awesome to be here with us, but now I'm going to have to discard you. We dropped you off at the Scholars Camp. First things first, we'll gain that piece of grain. I'll take that. We have a total of 7 money. So I think the first thing we're going to do is spend 3 of the 7, and we're going to go to the inn. That's going to allow us to heal 1 damage from every one of our crew members, and we're going to remove 1 fatigue token from every one of our crew members. That means everyone has 1 or less fatigue, so no one's going to have fatigue. That's why I wanted to do that. Then we're going to spend the remaining $4 that we have to heal everybody else by going to the healer. The only one that still will have any damage is Raphael. He still has 3 damage. He had 4. He healed 1 by going to the inn, but I decided it was still worth it. I really want to buy more adventure cards, but man, when they're damaged, it's brutal for combat. So I think we're set. Let's go to the next turn. Before we jump to our next round, I am going to use my final command token on Marco. I'm going to spend that 1 food that we have, and what we can do is you can remove 1 madness and heal someone. So I'm going to remove 1 madness from Mac, and I'm going to heal Raphael by 1, so now he only has 2 points of damage. We'll start that next turn by moving to the bridge. We'll remove all command that's on the table. There's 3 of them, and we just so happen to gain 2 + 1 thanks to Laurent's ability, 3 commands. We have 3 command right now. We're going to draw our last ability card, and we have Surprise Strike. I like that. Let's go ahead and discard Rapid Strike. Oh, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I want to discard this one because it's going to get shuffled in and it has a 5 on it. So I'm going to discard that one, and now I'll shuffle my the skill deck. We have 4 more event cards till the end of this video. Let's see. We have a coral nest. A delicate nest of glittering serpent eggs rests below the waves. Steal the eggs. Cunning 6. Fail. Take 2 ship damage, but gain 2 meat. Yeah, I don't want to fail that. Okay, well, it's a good thing we've got our captain ready for that. We need a 6 for this test. We're going to have cunning of 2, so we only need 4 to make this successful, and we flipped a 4. So we are good to go. We will gain the 2 meat. Now let's go ahead and check out the Scholars Camp. We're going to read R20 because that's from the new book, The Tides of Ruin expansion. Azure blue canvas tents are scattered across the sand as if spilled haphazardly among the stone ruins. The flag of Lucra is perched atop the largest tent, flapping wildly in the strong wind. In the distance is a massive dig site, a square hole cut out of the ground, with stoic workers shuffling around it. Smaller dig sites have been carved out of the ground everywhere, including throughout the camp itself. Wooden supports keep sand from refilling the holes. We can either visit the head of the archaeologist's tent, that's R20.1, trade artifacts, we don't have any. We can work in the mine dig site, I kind of want to do that. Explore the outskirts, unavailable if keyword archaeologist. So we could do D, we could do C, and we could do A. Let's start with A because we don't have to pay anything. The head archaeologist's tent is a deep shade of azure blue, covered with an intricate amber pattern. A tall, thin Lucran man steps in front of the tent's door to block you from entering.
I'm afraid Professor Mersk is far too busy to take meetings. I'm his assistant Sal.
He looks you up and down.
You must be new around here. Fine. I'll tell you what you need to know. The locals believe this area was cursed by the gods. It's not, but there are a lot of monsters around, so watch yourself. If you'd like to earn money, you can get a job in the main dig site. Or if you happen to find any artifacts on your own, we'll buy them off you. Questions?
Audrey raises her hand, but Sal ignores her.
Good, that's all. Now move along, please.
He shoos you away. Oh boy. Should probably show you that we have to turn to R20. I was hoping we'd get some sort of quest, but nothing here yet. What do you guys say we work the main dig site? I think that sounds good. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to use Audrey. She gives us 3 total craft, so that's going to be pretty easy for her. Yep, 3 and 3 is 6. We're good to go. You spend an afternoon carefully digging through the sand. The day is almost over when you manage to uncover something. A flurry of archaeologists crowd around you, excited about your find. The dig supervisor claps you on the back when handing over your pay.
Excellent work! You've made an important contribution to scholarship today.
I've included a little bonus for you as thanks.
We'll gain 3 coins. Cool, I'll take 3 coins, but still no quest. I was hoping for some quests.
I think the only thing left for us to do is explore the outskirts. We don't have archaeologists, so we can go to R20.3. Outside of the central campsite, the tents are less grand and more crowded. As you push your way through the crowd, you feel someone grab your arm. Sharp claws prick your skin and a voice says, "Please, come with me." You're dragged into one of the ragged tents, where your assailant kneels before you. She's willowy and gaunt, with dark circles under her eyes and wild black hair falling past her shoulders. But these details barely register compared to the large goat eyes staring up at you, and the memory of her claws digging into your skin. "You're captain of a ship, yes? My name is Adelphi. I'd like to hire you for an expedition." When she speaks, you can see that her mouth is full of sharp teeth. A, ask for more details, or B, turn her down. No, we're not going to turn her down. That sounds way cool. I love quests. Adelphi's face lights up when you ask to hear more. It's well known among Lucran scholars that the central island in this region was more likely the site of the ancient battle between the god Velrad and the hero Rotolde. A lot can be learned about the battle from simply examining the site, but looking over old records, I have discovered reference to an object, Life's Bell, that would allow us to actually view the events of that fateful day directly as if we were there ourselves. By cross-referencing ancient maps, I even know where Life's Bell can be found, but no one here believes me. They don't take the application of magic to scholarly studies seriously. Well, and they don't really like me seriously, so no one will support my expedition. But I don't need funds, I just need a ride. Adifi grabs your arm again, looking at you with pleading eyes. If you let me on your boat and accompany me on this expedition, I promise you can have any artifacts we discover along the way. I don't care about material objects, I only want to write a record of the battle in as much detail as possible. A, we could take her on, or B, we could turn her down. A, we have Death's Bell. So having Death's Bell and Life's Bell just seems totally awesome, and I guarantee you that's a totem. So yeah, R20.6. Thank you. Adelphi's wide smile is slightly unnerving with all her sharp teeth bared at you. I promise you this expedition will be a worthwhile endeavor for all of us. Gain adventure card 128, quest 191, and 199. I love it! Here we have Adelphi. She would be able to give us 2 Savvy. Where was she when we just did our Savvy 10 test? That would have been amazing. Okay, then our 2 quests that we have. The first one is Archaeologist. An archaeologist named Adelphi joined our crew, determined to pursue her research despite her colleagues' skepticism. And then we have an expedition's beginning, and this is what I want. Adelphi's asked us to help her find Life's Bell for a research project she's working on. She says it should be near a tall peak of red stone to the southeast of the scholars' camp. Good to know. We're looking for a red peak southeast of the Scholars Camp. Southeast, I mean, come on. This has got to be it. It could be this, but it's most likely this. What I'm thinking, but I'd rather go this way because we don't have to deal with this. Although, like I said, this isn't terrible. We can use Mikra's guitar to get rid of it. Why don't we just travel? Let's see. For our second action, we'll go ahead and just travel. So we'll draw this card. We get a 1. We can move 1 space. Do we want to move here? Because then if we're here, we could at least check this one as we go through. Oh, there's rocks here too. No. Let's be safe. Let's go this way. Okay, that's going to end this turn. Let's go to the ship, and we'll draw our next event card. Let's go to the galley this time. We'll discard Rapid Strike, because we can discard a card and remove the 1 fatigue on Audrey. Audrey, I would say so far, has been one of the MVPs of this game. Then what we'll do is we'll draw one of these, and we have, 6. Too bad I didn't, did you see that, though? That's a +1 to accuracy. I might have to put that on somebody. And we're going to gain 2 command tokens. That'll give us a total of 5 command tokens. And I can't believe I'm doing it right now, but I feel like it's too good. I'm spending 3 command tokens to drop this on Kanan. He is now going to have +1 for his pistol. Don't be a bad event. Don't be a bad event. We have Violent Winds. That doesn't sound terrible. Blistering Wind makes it difficult to do anything. -1 to Fate this turn, except in combat. Well, maybe we'll just travel then this round. Yeah, I think that should be bad. Let's try and get ourselves over here, shall we? So we'll draw our first card. Remember, it's -1 Fate, so we only drew a 3, so that means we can move 1 space. So we can move here. Then let's go ahead and do our second movement. That's all we're going to do this turn. A 5, that's a 4, so we can move 2. We're just going to move ourselves right there. Perfect. That was a super quick turn, but that's okay with me. We're going to go here to the sick bay. We're going to get rid of 1 damage on Raphael. He now only has 1 damage. Beautiful. 1 damage. We're going to draw 1 of these, and we drew a 1. That's great. Bandages. And we're going to gain 3 more command. So we have a total of 5 now. Now let's do our event, and then we can check out that rock. We'll flip our card. I think this is our second to last one. A biting starfish. Ugh. Spiny starfish cling to the hull, eating away at the metal in tiny bites. Ignore the starfish, take 1 ship damage, or forcefully remove the starfish, strength 6. I'll just take the damage. We'll heal it later. I can actually, I've got all that command now. Well, yeah, I can use Audrey's ability that she has, Refine, to get rid of it. So we'll take it in spot 5. That's the quarters. We'll place that 1 damage token here. We have R12 right here. We also have a market. We have 3 coins. Yeah, I'm not going to... There's nothing that we really want to buy with 3 coins. You might be able to buy a recipe, though. But no, we're doing R12. Let's check it out. A tall peak of red stone rises out of the water, its surface sheer except for irregular cracks and crags where countless seabirds have built their nests. The birds fill the air with a din of movement and sound. We could gather seabird eggs. Are you kidding me? No way. We're going to search for the life's bell. Requires keyword history. We've got that right here. Let's go to R52.1. Adelphi excitedly points to the very top of the rocky peak. There! The life's bell! Straining your vision, you can just see a golden glint at the top of the red rock spire. Straining your ears, you can just hear a faint ringing behind the squawking of the seabirds. We can either climb up straight past the birds, that's a strength 10 check, or distract the seabirds before climbing. You know what? I've got 2 meat, might as well use 1. Let's use 1, and then we only have to do a perception 8 test. Let's go ahead and just use Kanan for this. He's going to give us a 2. That means we need a 6, but I've got lots of adventure cards that give us perception. So that's why I feel like we're okay. So we'll draw a 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. We need an 8, so I need 3 more. We're going to use 1 command for our Stone of Many Eyes. That'll give us 2 more, and then we're going to discard Jack of All Trades for a total of 8. You toss some fish far enough away to draw the seabirds away from your climbing route. You're able to climb much easier without the birds swarming you. Still, the climb is exhausting, your fingers are scraped and stinging from scrabbling at the stone, and your muscles are sore. But as you rise higher, you can hear the sound of the bell more clearly, and as the sounding of the bell resonates through you, all that pain and discomfort melts away. It's probably from that death bell that we have. By the time you reach the top, you feel completely refreshed. The golden bell is hanging from a wrought iron stand. The howling wind this high above the sea is causing it to ring repeatedly. Taking the bell from its stand, you begin the climb back down. When Adufri sees you, she claps her hand. Excellent! Now we can head to the central island and become witnesses to history. When everyone is back on the ship, Adufri pulls you aside. I feel I should explain more of my plan. I'll be using Life's Bell to summon the shades of history so we can watch them reenact the true events as told in the Ritoldana. I'm one of the foremost experts on the Ritoldana, but there are many pieces of the poem missing, so I don't know entirely what to expect. All known fragments were found in this region, so it might be worth searching for more fragments before we begin. We'll only be able to summon the shades of history once, so it would be good to be prepared. Oh snap, we just got another quest. I love it. Restore 3 health. Whoa, that's cool. Well, Raphael is the only one damaged. Can I get rid of madness? Gain 2 coins. That's going to give us a total of 5 coins. Boy, we are richer than rich. 2 XP, I believe. Yeah, we already had 2 before, so that gives us a total of 4. And we're going to gain adventure card 131. We're going to remove 1 low morale token. I don't see any of those. We don't have any. Complete quest 191. And gain quest 192, so I'll get rid of this history one. Here we have Life's Bell, a little bit different from Death's Bell. This one just heals us by 1, so not as nearly as cool as the Death's Bell. Then we have an Expedition's End. Adefri instructed us to bring Life's Bell to the ruins on the large central island, but also warned us that we should fully explore the surrounding region first. Yeah, it sounds like we're going to hang out around here a little bit, probably for the rest of this event deck, and then we'll go to the center, we'll have something big happen, maybe, or maybe not, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm planning at least. Well, looking here, we could check out R64 if we'd like. We could also move, or we could go to the market. We now have 5 coins and no one is damaged, so we could do the marketplace now. Let's do the market now. We've hardly gone to the market. We get to flip 7 cards. So our first one is the Wayfarer's gear that helps us with being savvy. That would also have been nice. Oh my gosh, the travel to distance. Bairnt and I had this. That's almost a must buy. It's 4. It lets you move 2. You don't have to waste actions doing that. Okay, that's a block 1. Oh, I could buy those 2. We've got the mixed salad. Actually, that's pretty good too. Oh my gosh, too many good options. That's 4, 5 Zokamir gloves. 6, the chloroform. Yeah, we didn't really like that one before. And 7, oh, biscuits and gravy. Oh, we need 2 of each of those. But look at that, 6 health. Yeah, I think it's without a doubt we're going to grab this one for 4. And then it's just a question of, do I want to buy another block? You know, 1 coin isn't going to do a ton, and having that additional block sometimes can be a lifesaver. So we're going to spend all 5 of our coins. We're going to get the Zokamir gloves, and we're going to get that one that lets us travel to distance. We'll start that next turn. We're going to move to the galley. That's going to gain us 2 more command. We have 4 from before, so we have 6. I feel powerful. We're then going to discard these bandages so that we can remove 1 fatigue on Kanan. So now the only person that has fatigue is our captain. That's amazing. We still have a lot of people that have a little madness. That's okay. You know, we're almost through our second time through the event deck. I'd get a little mad. And we drew an Iron Will card. That's in our hand. Let's flip our next event, and we have the Sea Tower. A tower stands in the center of a small maelstrom. Find a way into the tower. Oh, we can gain an artifact? Yes, please. Savvy 8. Laurent, you savvy dog. We're going to use you for 2, so we need a 6. Let's see what we get. We get a 4. That's actually perfect because we still have Adelphi with us. I will use 1 command on her, which will give us to 8. So that means we just gained 1 artifact, which is awesome because if we ever go back to that port, we can sell that maybe and see if something happens. Well, we have 2 actions left for this video. Why don't we check out R64 since we're here? We're supposed to check out all around us before going to the center island. So yeah, let's check out R64. If keyword laughing or crying, oh boy, we don't have either one of those. A pair of wild canines with spotted fur, the color of a sandstorm, sit atop a broken stone slab, half buried in the sand. Their faces are flat, like a human's, and each of them wear a mask. One depicts an exaggerated frown and the other a grotesque smile.
We are the crying death and the laughing death.
says the beast with a frown, his voice like the low rumble of an earthquake.
You must attempt to impress one of us if you want even a chance to escape.
My brother is fond of poetry, and I like jokes,
said the laughing death, his voice the bright crash of lightning. Audrey asked nervously, why don't we just leave quietly without any bother?
Oh no, you must choose one of us. Crying or laughing, that's your choice, but it's death either way. There's no avoiding that, not ever.
A shrill barking laugh echoes through the ruins. Okay, A, recite poetry for the crying death. Savvy 12. There's no chance I'm getting to Savvy 12, especially because I already used Adelphi. Tell a joke to the laughing death. That's Cunning 12. No. Cunning, I could do the Captain for 2, and I could do Kanan for 3, and I have one in my hand that's 4. Even if I flipped a 6, that's only 10. That's not going to happen. Draw your weapons. Combat 81 and 82, a level 16, or run away. Well, I feel like you guys haven't seen enough combat. Ha, I'm kidding. But I feel like, yeah, I want to take these guys on. A level 16, we can do it. Let's do 81, 82. Let's fight them. Oh boy, well, I was thinking we'd be fine, but look at this. A 7, a 6. Look at all of this. Holy moly. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's see how we're going to do it. All right, well, I'm not sure, but I think I've got this. We're going to start with our captain. Now, she's going to go for the laughing death, this scary-looking guy, okay? We need a 7. She's got a +1. I can add another +1 with her ability. I also need to remember I gained 2 more command tokens, so I have 2, 4, 6, 7 command tokens. I also have those goggles that will give me +2 to our accuracy. Let's see how we can do. Oh my gosh, it's a 6. 6 + 1 is 7. We don't even need to do anything. So we're going to hit him and neuter him for 4 damage. And what the heck, we're actually going to do 5, spend 1 command for it, take 1 point of damage, but now we're dealing 5 damage to him. Take this, you hyena. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to block all those healths and all those additional damage, because now all he's going to do is attack back for 2. She has 1 block, so she'll only take 1 point of damage. And that's going to mean she can give this to somebody as well. She's going to go ahead and give this to Kanan. I am almost 100% positive this is the first time we're using Marco for combat. He's probably like, no, I don't want to fight. But those laughing hyenas, ugh. Okay, he's going to draw 5. 5 plus the 3 is definitely more than enough. We needed 7. That's 8. So we can deal 3 damage. That'll be just enough to take out that laughing hyena. And no retaliation. We're then going to use Marco a second time. This time he only needs a 6. So he has a 3, so we just need a 3 or higher. That's another 6. Holy moly. So we will definitely hit. We're dealing 3 points of damage. We'll hit the head of the Crying Death. By hitting the head of the Crying Death, though, we're going to get attacked back for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ow. 9 damage. We have 1 block. We'll take 5 ourselves. And then we'll put 3 onto Audrey. Let's go ahead and do our final attack with Kanan. He's got a 2 right now. We'll draw this one. That's a 2, so that's 4. Okay, we need 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. Let's go ahead and use this. We'll spend 1 command on this. That will get us to a 6. And so then we get to deal 3 damage. I'm going to discard this one to deal 4 damage, and I'm going to use this synergy token. 4 damage can be placed diagonally. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These hyenas didn't know what hit them. That was amazing. I love my crew. Defeated, the deaths slowly crumble into sand and are blown away by the wind. You search the area for anything valuable, and you find an unlocked chest underneath the broken slab of a stone. You take what you can from it, and as you leave, you swear you can hear the echoing of soft weeping and roaring laughter. Gain 2 coins. Okay, that's our first 2, so we just spent all of our money. Gain 3 XP. That puts us to 7 XP. And adventure card 117. We found a totem? The Stone of Worldly Sorrows. Gain quest 198. We just got a totem. I believe that's number 6 now. This one has draw the top 6 ability cards, discard 2 of them, shuffle the rest, and return them to the top of the deck. Wow, that's actually really cool. And crying, we came across the Laughing Death and the Crying Death and managed to defeat them in battle. Yeah, we did, and we soundly beat them. We only lost one character, Marco, and we can heal him. He'll be fine. I have one action left. Let's go ahead and just draw for fate and see how far we can move. 5. Oh, look at full steam. We can move up to 2 spaces. But if I move here, I've got 2 things that I could check out. I can also move up to here, or I can move to here. Let's start here. Let's start here because I've got 2 things that I can look at, and we can start the next video in this spot. Before I finish for today, I'm going to spend 4 command, all on refine. That's going to allow me to repair the ship 4 times. I'm going to do 1 from here, 2 from here, 3 from here, and 4 from here. There we go. That makes me feel good. I still have 1 command left. I'm okay with that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying this. I hope Bairnt is showing you something different than what I'm showing you. Hopefully I'm beating him. I've got 6, you guys. 6! Woohoo! That mirror guess was actually pretty dang good. And that combat at the end, was not expecting that one either. We are planning to do 2 more videos. So our next video will be the last 6 event cards we have here. Then we have story 1.2. And then the first 6 event cards of our final event deck. And then the final video will be the last 2 sets of the event cards and then the finale. So hope you will join me on that. That'll be the next couple of weeks. Please let me know if you have any suggestions on where to go or what to do. I'm just kind of exploring. I am right now just happy I'm seeing the expansion. So I'll probably stay on this map for a little bit. But then if you'd like to see something else, let me know. All right. I will see you in our next episode.